welcome to Cancer Commentaries. This is our thought du jour, and it's called soul collaging. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to give you an example. I will let you know that anytime I'm doing anything creative, you can bet my cousin Carla is involved, and once again, she was. So she introduced me to this, and I'll tell you a few of the components of soul collaging. One is there's a specified size for a soul collage, and I think it's 5x7, but you can check. You can definitely Google this if you have any interest in doing this yourself. There are two kinds of soul collage. One is intentional, and the other is not intentional or unintentional. And what you do is with any collage effort is you start with a bunch of magazines and you go through the magazines looking for photos that speak to you. And if it's an intentional soul collage, let's say it's someone who wants to get pregnant, they would go through these various magazines looking maybe for pregnant women, looking for pictures of babies, whatever it may be, so that they can create an intent wrapped around these photos. If it's unintentional, it means you go through the same stack or various magazines and something just calls to you. And then you just say, okay, I'll put it aside. And a little while later, you're going through and you go, that's a cool picture, and you put that aside. And before you know it, you create a little collage, and I guarantee you, I don't know how much longer it'll take, weeks, months, a year, you will go back and look at that collage and say, holy cow, wow. It almost predicts things. I did one that was so ominous, I didn't know where it was coming from. And I'm telling you, a year or two later, I got blindsided, and I found that soul collage and said, wow. It was unintentional, but almost clairvoyant by nature. So now I'm going to go through one. I forgot one other thing, which is you are supposed to be able to say about every component within the soul collage, I am the one who, and I will explain that to you in the next minute. So I'm going to hold one up, and I think the only way I really know how to give you a good look is to get myself out of the way. This is one that I made quite a few years ago. I showed it to my girlfriend Sue very recently, and she suggested I frame it, which I did. And it's great because I'm going to put this most likely in my bathroom, and whenever I see it, it will remind me of the intention behind it. So this was intentional. We start with a woman who, in my opinion, was dancing. So she's kind of dancing through this. In the back here, right beneath her, is a picture of me that we Xeroxed and cut from when I was a very young child, and it represents my inner child. And then up here, we have a house, which is representing a happy household. And it's set on a backdrop. She's dancing over something that was a busted up watch. It was the guts of a watch. And that, to me, represented time. So when I looked at this, I am the one dancing through life, because we're going to start everything with I am the one. I am the one whose inner child wants to be more prevalent in her life. I am the one who would like to be in a happy home, living in a happy home. And I am the one crushing time and giving time. So when you look at this, it's significant and it's symbolic. And the symbolism is me thinking of myself as someone dancing through time, acknowledging her inner child, and having the intention of creating a happy home. So when Sue saw this, she thought it was kind of cool and pretty or whatever. When I see this, I think of all of those things. So it's very positive for me, and it was therapeutic when I made it. And I just think things like this are really important to do. I think it breaks up the monotony in life. I think it reinforces positive ideas. I think it utilizes your artsy side, which is always kind of a creative, fun thing to do. So it's just a little something different that I thought I would share with you. And with that, I bid you adieu.